I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place.
No!
Wow! How did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Benny's is kicking off Father's Day with popping deals for dad. In the month of June, visit a Benny's near you and get 19 to 25% off selected items such as Milwaukee and Axie power tools, Charbroil barbecue grills, car care products, Karcher pressure washers, and much, much more. Make dad happy with popping deals for dad in June, only at Benny's.
Benny's, Benny's, oh, Benny's, 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 oh.
In the headlines for tonight's newscast, Belize Police Department issues charge sheets to teachers who participated in June 4th's countrywide demonstration. BNTU President summoned to the Belmopan Police Station by the compol. PSU President calls out the Commissioner of Police and will tell you about a Belmopan Football Club that you should be supporting. These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
Brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Every project starts with the right tools. At Builders Hardware, we got everything to get the job moving. Tools, paint, plumbing, electrical, garden, it's all here from construction start to finish. We're also offering a different kind of power tool. Order anytime, anywhere. Pick up in store or get it delivered to your home. Go to shopbuildersbz.com today and save money with our exclusive online deals. Builders Hardware, making it easier.
Belize City, get ready for a safe and reliable e-taxi experience like never before. Building on the success of our e-ride bus service, we've heard your feedback, Belize City. We've seen your enthusiasm and how eagerly you've embraced zero-emission transportation in our community. Introducing the e-ride taxi, an electric taxi service, bringing you a cleaner, greener way to travel around our beautiful city. As part of the transformative Belize City e-ride program, this new service is another step toward modernizing our transportation system for a sustainable future. Looking to book your first e-ride taxi? It's super easy. First, download the Medriver app and register. Then, book your ride. Insert your pickup and drop-off location. Select e-ride, choose the number of occupants, and pick your preferred payment method. Confirm your ride and track your e-ride in real time as it makes its way to you. It's fast, eco-friendly, and designed for your comfort. So don't wait. Download Medriver today and let's drive Belize City towards a brighter, greener future, one e-ride at a time. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Good evening and welcome to Plus News for Thursday, June 5th, 2025. I am Julian Cruz. Yesterday, teachers from across the country participated in a demonstration against the government. At about 5 o'clock in the morning, the Angrega teachers blocked roads on George Price Drive. During this event, the BNTU blocked roads at mile 2 on George Price Drive, blaming mechanical failure. These actions taken by the BNTU are part of the union's industrial actions protesting the delayed salary increments and unresolved issues in their collective bargaining agreement, and saw teachers and the police clashing on the road. Today, charge sheets were prepared and were distributed to the teachers who participated in yesterday's demonstration. President of the Public Service Union, Dean Flowers, commented on the matter, calling out the Commissioner of Police for abusing his power.
The news that we received today that our brothers and sisters in the police department are being weaponized to utilize suppression, to suppress peaceful protests against teachers really came to us as a surprise. We would have never thought that in an effort to demonstrate how effective he could be, that the new commissioner would resort to weaponizing the police department against teachers. But personally, it is now dawning on me that we should not be surprised, because this is the very commissioner who, in his very first week of office, attempted to violate the constitutional rights of citizens by pleading, by begging for an SOE for 6 months to a year, demonstrating his incompetence. And today demonstrates that he is nothing but a political puppet to be carrying out orders by this administration to intimidate teachers and by extension public officers who are set to come out sooner rather than later. It is a clear attempt to silence public officers, and it is a sad day. It is really, for me, it's a sad day, because the teachers are today. It may very well be the nurses of KHMH tomorrow. Then what? What if the taximan then decide to join me and be the taximan then too? The teachers came out yesterday to demand what is rightfully theirs. And in response, Commissioner of Police Rosado, this is his best response. I'm really ashamed of this guy. I think that he now sets himself up to be amongst the worst commissioners this country has seen, because
It's been a month, sir.
he like Peter Lee Wildhass. He can get out the gate quick.
Following the teachers who participated in the yesterday's demonstration receiving charge sheets, there were rumors that the Belize Police Department was also planning on levying charges against the president of the Belize National Teachers Union, Nadia Kalis. This afternoon, shortly before 5 o'clock, Kalis was summoned by the Commissioner of Police to a meeting to discuss yesterday's demonstration. We caught up with Kalis before she made her way into the police station.
Well, the police commissioner is asking for a meeting now. I have also received information, and I would say an allegation, that there was a warrant for my arrest. I don't know what I did. I was taken aback by that. And I'm happy now that we have gone from a warrant to a meeting, because I'm very much interested in what is going on and all the allegations surrounding my name.
So as far as you know, this is just a meeting, you won't be charged?
As far as I know, it's just a meeting. I haven't done anything, and if expressing my democratic right is now a crime in this country, then We have to pay attention to the Belize Constitution, what is going on with that. And I'm not going to live in fear and dwindle away and all of that. No. I'm a born Belizean. I love every single blade of grass, everything Belizean. But nobody is going to, and nobody, sorry, is going to take that away from me. In every essence of what it means to be a Belizean, nobody.
You're backed by the Association of Defense Attorneys. How does that feel?
I'm backed by so many different people, Mr. Wade. I must tell you, when the word spread, I had so many calls, text messages, people I don't even know, organizations I didn't even know exist in this country, saying that whenever you're arrested, let us know, and we're coming with our bus loads, we're coming. My teachers are saying that they're walking out, they're doing this. So I'm not really a fan of a riot unless it is truly necessary. Yeah. But if my people feel that they need to come and represent their leader like that, then I'm honored and I'm touched. I'm very touched by that.
We also asked Kalis for her thoughts on her teachers being charged for participating in yesterday's demonstration. Kalis stated that, from her perspective, her teachers did nothing that warranted being charged, and she believes that the charges are a scare tactic.
Well, it's a scare tactic. I call it a scare tactic. And like I said, when you live in a democratic country, you have every right to express yourself. Yes, of course, with rights comes responsibility, but we have to look at the evidence before we assume that what they're saying is actually like that. Because on DIFA radio station, you can see the entire incident from beginning to end. And so when you look at the charges and what transpired, they're not corresponding at all. They're not matching.
What was your first reaction when you got the notice that your teachers are being summoned?
I was taken aback. I was wondering why is it that they're being charged? Because what I saw when I saw the recording, for me, doesn't call for charging at all. Any kind of charges to be levied against my teachers. The police aggravated the situation. They did. If you look across the country, when the other teachers did their demonstration, did you see them being aggressed? You didn't see that happening. So somebody talked to somebody, and I'm happy that they did. Because as the leader of the BNTU, I'm not happy with that kind of treatment, because we never come out to aggress anybody. But you have to understand too, if you aggress me, then I have a right to defend myself. Again, it's a democratic country.
In this conversation with the compol, are you going to push to have those charges dropped against your teachers?
I need to hear what he has to say first. That is very important. Because I know that while he'll be talking to me, he's also talking for those who are behind the scenes. And I need to understand where the people behind the scenes, what they're actually thinking. What is it that they want? What is it that they fear? But they know what my teachers want. They want a salary adjustment. Yeah. They want a pay system that will allow them to be paid on time. And if they're not paid on time, for something to be put in place for them to get their salary, instead of waiting for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the road, there are a lot of changes that they need to make. And they should not be afraid of making the changes, because they ask us for a vote on March 12th. They're back in power. Just do the damn thing.
Today, the Joint Union Negotiating Team responded to comments made by a member of the government's negotiating team and former Minister of Education, Honorable Francis Fonseca. Yesterday, during an interview with members of the media, Fonseca stated that the JUNT and the government's negotiating team agreed on 6 of 7 points. Today, the JUNT called out the minister for misleading comments, stating that they do not agree on points 4 and 5. We spoke with Dean Flowers, who stated that they have not yet received a response from the government officials. He believes the government is moving in bad faith.
It shows the bad faith of these politicians. They know that we have an agitated membership. They know that we have an agitated public that wants to know how things are going. As leaders, we continue to be jolted by, has the government conceded to our request? Has they improved their offer? Cabinet met on Tuesday. Today is now Thursday. When Stewart Leslie wanted to reward himself because in the figment of his imagination, he's managing a Fortune 500 company, he issued the cabinet release and the instruction to the financial secretary forthwith. Almost 48 hours after, they can't even put together a letter. They can't even put together a letter saying to the joint unions what exactly was the decision coming out of cabinet. Now, we will not sit idle by and wait. We gave them ample time, and for that reason I'm saying that the Public Service Union will need to now ramp up the pressure and start disrupting government services, because we're being taken lightly. We're being taken lightly, and what is their response? Put one political biting dog after the teachers. And so, if they put them political biting dog after the teachers, then they need to put it after the public officers then too, because we now stop idle by and continue to be taken for fools while they think they can intimidate us.
PSU president says public officers should be making better than minimum wage. And remember that body that was found in Unitedville Cemetery? Well, it has been identified. We share more right after this break.
Looking to build or renovate? Find the inspiration you need in our showroom. First stop, the kitchen. Explore big name appliances, all built to make life easier. From there, let the lights guide you. But what about the finer details? We've got you covered. And to bring it all together, we've got tiles for every surface.
All available online.
Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Did you hear about the beef?
No, what happened?
I'm making meatloaf.
No.
Lewis is making meatloaf. Joel's making burgers. Anthony's making burgers.
For the bread, we are doing croutons, and the bread will soak it with milk, and that will embrace the flavor for the meatloaf to make it juicy.
It's hot.
We have to let go one of them, you know. So I wish them good luck to the other contestants for the final.
Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
Catch all the action of the BPBL anytime, anywhere with the BPBL League Pass. Stream exclusive coverage on the national channel. Available on Next Gen TV. Choose the plan that fits you best. The Weekend Pass, 3 days, just $10. Weekly Pass, 7 days, only $15. The Monthly Pass, 30 days, for just $20. Don't miss a moment of Belize's premier basketball league. Get your league pass today. To sign up, contact us on WhatsApp at 660-7873 or visit nextgen.bz.
My parents always said, when it's time to build, invest in quality products that last a lifetime, even if it means paying a little more. It is now my turn to invest in my own home, and it's not even a question. It has to be Oran Windows. My contractor recommends Oran because of the heavy-duty construction, the thickest gauge blades on the market, and the dual locks that allow lower louvers to close independently for privacy while the top remains open for airflow. These features make Oran aluminum louver windows the best on the market.
With Oran aluminum louver windows, you get strength, durability, and beauty with an added layer of security and protection against debris and damaging winds. Come in and check out the variety of sizes and colors at Design Depot, located at Mile 3 Philip Goldson Highway in Belize City.
Belize, it's here! Digis WTF Mega 3-Day Sale Event. What? I meant Wednesday, May 28th Thursday, May 29th, and on Friday, May 30th only, with exclusive devices offers starting at just $59. What? Yes, on DigiWallet's marketplace. Shopping stores only device deals at DigiStores and Cellular World locations countrywide with savings up to $260. Are you serious? Yes. Enjoy slash prices when you sign up for a mobile postpaid plan, DigiOne bundle, or DigiNet plan. This is the sale you don't want to miss. Rush in or tap fast before it's all gone. The WTF Mega 3-Day Sale event only with Digi, and once it's gone, it's gone. Gone.
From power tools to plumbing supplies, paints to light fixtures, at Benny's Kayo, we've got it all. Our extensive range of construction and household products ensures that you'll find exactly what you need, whether you're a seasoned contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer. Visit us at Mile 43 George Price Highway, Cotton Tree Village, just outside Belmopan, and discover the convenience, quality, and affordability that set us apart. Your next project starts here. Benny's, quality and savings.
This Saturday, get ready to fire it up down south. 6 grill warriors, 4 weekends, 1 national grill master. The heat is on as top contenders battle it out for $2,000 cash prize. Contestants will be judged on juiciness, presentation, and pure grilling power. But watch out, contestants can be voted off by their own rivals. Join us for food, fire, and fierce competition in Placencia, May 24th, 31st, and the grand finale, June 7th at Doyle Smoke Yard and Catering. Call 620-7147 or 627-62 for more information. Grill Master Competition, who will reign supreme at the flames? Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
In yesterday's newscast, we told you about the unidentified body that was found in Unitedville. That body was found in an advanced state of decomposition with what appeared to be injuries, though yet to be confirmed. Today, police announced that they have since identified the body to be that of Paul Serrano, a resident of Unitedville. Police are awaiting the results of a post-mortem examination to determine the exact cause of death. As we stated earlier in our newscast, the joint unions negotiating team, the JUNT, and the government's negotiating team are not seeing eye to eye on 3 points. One of those points has to do with minimum wage for public officers. According to the president of the PSU, Dean Flowers, the JUNT is of the belief that whatever the national minimum wage is set at, public servants and public officers should be earning $1 more.
The sticking issues was, of course, the salary adjustment, the 2 versus 3 increment, which we insist is ours, and the matter of the $6. We're saying to them, you have a duty and obligation to have some respect and dignity for your workers. How can you treat your workers in the same vein that the private sector treat their employees when you, that the government? You're supposed to set the example and set the trend. You're supposed to set the standards. Yet you have your workers walking around here providing quality public service in our janitors, in our cleaners, in our those that work in MIDH, paying them $5 an hour. Those that are responsible for food and safety in the Ministry of Agriculture, $5 an hour. We're saying, come on, have some pride, have some decency, brother. Don't be like your predecessors who have done nothing but abuse and enslaved and pillage the labor market and the resources of this country. Treat people with some dignity. And so we're saying public officers, at minimum, should always be above the minimum wage being paid by the private sector out there. And so we're saying we're not concerned about your consultations with other stakeholders. We're saying the people that we represent needs a little bit more fairer treatment because they're providing public service, which can be very ungrateful. What we're saying is the minimum wage is $5. So we're saying money in the public service, it should be $6. And whenever you raise it in the private sector or at the national level at $6, in the public service it should be $7. Because we provide public service, we provide a public good. We work for the largest employer, we work for the state. How can you treat us as if we're nobody? How can you treat us just like the average man and woman out there, where anybody pull off the street and say, I'll give you $5 an hour if you're going to make cement? No, man. Have some respect for public officers. We provide valuable service. As humans, we're all the same. But the service that we provide and the impact that we make to the country and our communities, I believe we deserve a little bit more. So that's what we're saying. Keep the minimum wage in the public service, at least but the service that we provide and the impact that we make to the country and our communities, I believe we deserve a little bit more. So that's what we're saying. Keep the minimum wage in the public service, at least $1 ahead of what the national minimum wage is.
The dry season has officially come to an end and the rains appear to have started. With the start of the rainy season, viral footage has been circulating showing the deteriorating state of the Raccoon Street Police Station. The video shows rain falling into the building during the heavy showers earlier this week. This footage has reached the Ministry of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries, who addressed these concerns. In their response, the ministry reassured the public that the well-being of public officers and the integrity of law enforcement infrastructure remains their top priority, stating that the article has brought a long-standing issue of deferred maintenance and underinvestment in the police facilities to light. To address these concerns, the ministry has reportedly begun the search for temporary accommodations for the units affected by the rain. On Tuesday of this week, the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced visa restrictions and sanctions for government officials from several countries that were connected to Cuba's medical mission programs. It is no secret that Belize often receives assistance in the form of doctors from Cuba. So will Belize be sanctioned? That was the question that was posed to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Francis Fonseca.
Certainly not at this time. We've had very constructive dialogue with the U.S. Embassy here in Belize, and of course as well with them through our embassy in Washington, D.C. So, I think they have a very good understanding of the program we have with Cuba, the medical brigade program we have with Cuba. So we're not concerned at this point. Obviously, we continue to engage with them and provide whatever information they want regarding the program. But, our program, I think, is a very good program. Certainly, as I said, we ensure that the Cuban doctors are paid directly. So there's no question of, any monies being given to the Cuban government. It goes to the individuals. So, we think that program, it's very clear what that program is, and we believe that the U.S. government understands that.
Minister Tia Garcia Ramirez represents Belize at high-level IDB Regional Dialogue on Violence Against Women. And there is a new football club that you should be supporting. We'll share more on that when Plus News returns.
Manuel, el cajón se volvió a trabar. Creo que debemos ir a Builders Hardware otra vez.
¿Otra vez? ¿Por qué no solo pedirlo en línea?
Ah, es cierto. Manuel, se me olvidaron las guías del cajón.
Did you hear about the beef?
No, what happened?
I'm making meatloaf.
No.
Louis is making meatloaf. Joel's making burgers. Anthony's making burgers.
For the bread, we are doing croutons, and the bread soak it with milk, and that will embrace the flavor for the meatloaf to make it juicy.
It's hot.
We have to let go one of them, So I wish them good luck to the other contestants for the final.
Proudly sponsored by Grill Master, Beef Masters, Rustino's Imports, and PlusTV. Other sponsors include Tri Fitness Club, Alan Paradise Hotel.
Belize Electricity Limited is pleased to announce the holding of its 2024 annual general meeting at the BEL corporate headquarters on 2.5 miles Philip Golson Highway, Belize de Belize, at 3 p.m. on Thursday, June 19, 2025. For registration purposes, shareholders are advised to bring along a valid identification, such as a social security card. Shareholders who are unable to attend may choose, and we encourage you to exercise this right, to appoint your proxy, or you can simply appoint the company's CEO or the corporate secretary as your proxy to represent you at the AGM. Proxy forms can be submitted at the BEL corporate headquarters on 2.5 miles Philip Wilson Highway, or via email at shares@bel.com.bz no later than 5 p.m. on June 17, 2025. For more information or assistance, contact BEL's Securities Officer at 227-0954, extension 1512.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can whip it cream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world, Dano.
Pues me siento muy contento. Ojalá y pues otras familias también puedan tener lo que me están dando a mí y espero que todo siga bien, porque va bien todo.
The emotion of the families countrywide is tremendous. I think I'm more emotional than them because helping the people in my constituency, I feel blessing.
Joy, okay? I pray joy. Everybody could tell you I fight hard. I don't think, Mom, my very life is very hard. I pay $5.95 a month with my bills. Barely make it with my salary, with my bills, them. I make it. And I cry every day, every time. I said, when will I get my dream come true?
Today is about Emilia. Emilia has been a single mother. She has struggled all her life. She had a really, really hard time. And in many instances, there was no one for her. And so when we were trying to find who are the best people could try to assist, Emilia's name came up and Emilia said, "Not yes."
Primeramente, gracias a Dios y a las personas que estuvieron ahí para este apoyo.
felicidad de saber que pues yo tengo un hogar, tengo una casa para mí, para mi hija, soy madre soltera. Esta es una hermosa bendición de Dios.
Pues me siento contenta, estoy muy orgullosa y siempre había conversado con mis hijas que algún día vamos a luchar para una casa y pues gracias a Dios tuve esa oportunidad y Dios también gracias a Él que me concedió y me escuchó y pues no pensé tenerlo, pero gracias a Dios ya lo tengo.
I don't think words can express, the sense of satisfaction that you feel. One of the greatest sense of satisfaction that you can get, certainly myself as Prime Minister, and in particularly as a representative for Orange Walk Central, is that when you do something that's lasting.
Earn V-Bucks and get a chance to win a $10,000 homecation with Benny's. Quality and savings.
Belize was represented on the international stage this week as Human Development Minister Tia Garcia Ramirez took part in a high-level panel hosted by the Inter-American Development Bank. The virtual event, held June 3rd, focused on the growing crisis of violence against women in Latin America and the Caribbean. Minister Garcia Ramirez joined female leaders from across the region to share strategies and challenges in addressing gender-based violence. She highlighted Belize's efforts to confront domestic violence, particularly as it links to organized crime, and stressed the need for data-driven, community-led responses. The panel also discussed regional issues like under-reporting, limited access to justice, and the need for stronger legal frameworks. Minister Garcia Ramirez's participation reaffirmed Belize's commitment to gender equality and protecting the rights of women and girls. The Belmopan-based football club FC Roots has recently launched its Adopt an Athlete program. This initiative is designed to facilitate sponsorships for children who need assistance in acquiring proper football gear, including team jerseys, cleats, shin guards, and the coverage of monthly fees. Aimed at supporting the talented youth of Belmopan, Roots FC, the program connects young footballers with individual sponsors or businesses that commit to covering essential expenses. This support enables the athletes to compete at their full potential while fostering community involvement. The Adopt an Athlete program empowers the community to directly invest in its youth while also strengthening Belize Belmopan Roots FC's impact both on and off the field. Sponsors will receive a brief athlete bio, a thank you letter, optional recognition on Roots FC's social media and website, and invitations to exclusive Roots Match Day sponsor events. We spoke with Leticia Castillo, the founder and manager of Roots FC, who shared more about the program.
I have two sons that are very much involved in football, and a lot of times, we have free time, and so I decided to spend some time out here at the park. And when we look, a lot of kids start coming around, and they were desperate for a coach, for a trainer. So I decided to go take my course to qualify me for the first step of the coaching. And then here I am with all these kids. It's been going very good. We have about 40 kids registered, and we're encouraging other kids to come and join our team. We have 3 categories right now, and in some categories we have a little bit more than others. So for the U13 we are looking for a goalkeeper, maybe 2 goalkeepers, and for the U11 we are looking for all positions, you know. They don't come with a set position, but then eventually they find the position that they like.
Yeah.
So we're looking for midfielders, we're looking for strikers, we're looking for goalies as well. Focus on development. We celebrate the accomplishments, we celebrate the wins, but our focus is on development. It's a joy to see the children develop, and you could see them also enjoy seeing how they are developing as well. Belmopan Roots FC is a very, what I would say, like we're family based and team oriented. We have excellent support from the parents in all the categories, you know. As you can see, there's parents out here. We do fundraising so that we could buy our supplies. We don't put the burden of a fee on the parents, and we get good support from the parents, we get good support from the families, and at home I get good support from my family as well. There are many kids here in our club that they have the passion for the game, but many times they don't have the resources to buy a boots or to pay for a trip or to pay for their jersey. So we are looking for sponsorship, right? We have a program that's called Adopt a Child, and it's basically for any person that is willing to adopt a child, so that this child, so they will enable the child with their jersey and their boots and just encouragement to play the game.
We also spoke to Tisbe Usher, a parent who told us why she decided to enroll her child into Roots FC.
As the slogan says, grow with us. Roots Football Club is all about growth. And that is what impressed me most, because I believe that these children are young, they don't know much about the sport, and they need to grow. So I was impressed with that slogan, and I know that they're just beginning to learn and understand the sport. Hence the reason for me in registering my son in the Roots Football Club. I would encourage other parents to do so, as the mission for our club states that we want to harness a love for football. We want children to love this sport, and we create an environment for them through which that love will grow. So they would certainly be learning the fundamental skills, the team spirit, you know, that respect for each other. And so with all of those skills, certainly it would help the children to engage in something other than the gadgets. You know that today these children are techno babies, right? So I would certainly encourage parents to enroll their children in Roots Academy to provide them with another outlet, you know, something that would certainly benefit them to grow holistically.
The U13 coach at Roots FC, Wilfredo Galvez, told us about some of the work he does as a coach and why he chose to join.
So basically, you know, I have them doing grassroots stuff. I deal with the U13 category. You know, it's a development, so most of the times I always get them started with warm-ups, and then you know, I always sometimes I do passing drills, sometimes I do dribbling drills, depending on what they're lacking, and then you know, I try to end the session off with a fun game, even if it's not a scrimmage. It's just something that they can enjoy at the end, you know, just to get them loosened up a bit. I decided to be a coach for this team. Basically, it's because you know, I've known Mr. Leticia since I was a kid, and you know, is my good friend, it's his family, and so you know, I try to be here, and you know, I love dealing with the kids. You know, it's fun to come out here. It's a good way to you know just share my experience and knowledge that I know about with the sport, and you know, I come out here to get them to enjoy the sport, you know, to let them have fun, especially most of all. And you know, I come out here to get them to enjoy the sport, you know, to let them have fun, especially most of all.
One of the strikers of Roots FC, Anson Raymond, spoke to us a bit about what he thinks about Roots FC.
I play football and good at it. We do shooting, dribbling, passing. Shooting probably. About 3 years because I like it. They got good teamwork, so we need more players.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast for tonight. We want to say thank you so much for tuning into Plus News. And be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow night for the final installment for this week's news coverage, when we bring you all the latest happenings from around the country. Until then, do take care. Have a lovely night. Stay out of the rain. Okay, stay safe. Take care for now.